Hello Internet, Zach here, and welcome back to Collecting the Elements. This is my first episode in my new workspace, and coincidentally, this is coming out on Cody Reeder's birthday. Now, it was Cody Reeder, who runs Cody'sLab, who inspired me to start my own YouTube channel. And I think it's only fitting that on his birthday, the episode is going to be about gold. A metal that Cody has spent a lot of time playing around with in his videos, including making gold bullets, making a gold foil ball, extracting gold from numerous different sources. I'll be getting mine from one of these, a dual inline memory module. Gold is a soft yellowish metal, obviously. It's a very good conductor of electricity and very resistant to corrosion. That's why it's used in these contacts on the edge of this memory module. They don't corrode, so they'll always make a good contact with the socket in the computer that they plug into. So, let me show you how I extracted gold from a whole bunch of these. Here I have a bunch of memory modules that an ex-roommate gave me. And most of these are severely outdated. I went through these, looked up part numbers, found out what kind of capacity they have. 8 megs, 16 megs, and all these are 32 megs. Essentially not enough to be useful in any kind of modern machine. Though I'm probably going to be saving the actual memory chips on these. There may be some Arduino projects I can do with that. But the point of these is that I'm going to extract gold. And the gold is contained in these little finger connectors. So this is where I get out the handy dandy tin snips. And that is a ram trimming. I'm going to put that in a test tube. And I'm going to process the rest of these, and then I'll show you how I get the gold off them. Okay, that's about all I'm reasonably going to fit in that test tube and still have any hope of getting stuff back out. So, to detach the gold from the circuit boards, I'm going to etch away the copper, because the gold is plated over a layer of copper, and the copper makes all of the electrical connections on the surface of the board itself, while the gold protects the connections where they connect to the socket in the motherboard. So, that much is hydrogen peroxide. And to that I'll be adding 20% hydrochloric acid. And this makes an etchant solution that will eat away the copper and leave the gold behind. So when this has done its job, the solution will turn bright green from the dissolved copper, and the gold should start falling off and collect as little gold flakes at the bottom of the test tube. Let's cork it and give it a quick little mix. Then uncork it in case any oxygen starts bubbling off. Alright, now come back to this in a bit, and we'll see how it's doing. Alright, so the ram fingers have been sitting here in the solution for 24 hours now. Unfortunately, not a lot of the copper's dissolved, and the solution is barely turned green. So, I'm going to pour this off into a bigger container. Going to add more hydrochloric acid. And a touch more peroxide. I'm going to let this sit in here and shake it up from time to time. It's been another 24 hours, and the gold flakes are starting to separate from the ram fingers. So it's time to shake these up and filter them. Gonna rinse these with some water. Be right back. Note to self, the water out of the tap in my new workspace is very cloudy. However, since this has been neutralized in tap water, should be safe enough to handle now. I can poke and prod at the bits of gold that are still stuck here. Okay, that one still has some gold. That'll need some more processing. This has gold that's still stuck on. That'll need more processing. So I'm just going to go through these like that, and the ones that still have gold that's really well stuck, they'll get a second round of processing. And the ones that are pretty much free of gold, I'm done with, and I'll discard them. So be back in a minute when I'm done with these. So I separated out the ones that still have gold on them over here from the ones over here that are mostly free of gold. This is what I've caught in the filter so far. Bunch of gold foil. So I'm going to filter off the rinse water now. Now, as for these pieces here, still have gold stuck to them. These are going to go through another round of acid etching. Now the old solution should still be able to do a bit more etching, I hope. But we're going to top it up with some fresh peroxide and some fresh acid. Hopefully that should be enough to take the residual copper out. And maybe by tomorrow I'll have some more fresh gold flakes to pour into the filter. Alright, the gold I filtered off yesterday has dried. I can shake it off the filter onto this piece of paper. There's a little bit still stuck to the filter, but that's okay, because I'm going to trap more gold. These here are the ram trimmings that have been sitting overnight. Well, sitting over the course of 24 hours, liberating the last of the gold. So dumping the solution in, filtering it through, and I'm going to rinse these with some more water. Alright, so the gold I've collected so far fits pretty well into a 1/4 teaspoon measuring spoon. So it's not much. I wish I had a scale to weigh it with, but I don't right now. So I'm going to put it into the test tube, take it outside and seal it up. That's a hair. I don't want a hair in the gold. Alright, there it is. And it's kind of all over the test tube too. But little gold flakes. So let's take these outside and seal this up. So there it is, gold. The last of the noble metals, or at least the last stable one. So, achievement unlocked, all of group 11. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you know someone else who would like it, hit share. If you want to help me make more videos, go to my Patreon page, link in the description, and throw me a few coins. Anyway, if you want to see more, hit subscribe. See you next time.